Help me ducks, it's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. I hope we're all okay. So it's Sunday and I'm having a nice relaxing day. I've got a couple of walkthrough videos to record. I had planned to do these yesterday, but as soon as I set everything up, my arm that holds the phone here where I do my recording snapped and I was without an arm. So as you're probably aware, most of the shops in the UK are closed currently. So I had to order them online and next day delivery, but it has taken right until 4 p.m. For it to arrive. So I kind of sat all day waiting for it and it kept updating, saying it's going to be here before 10, then before 2, then before 3, but it's got here now. So anyway, I'm here today to talk about the Bright Future Tarot, which is created by Saskia Lee. Now, Saskia reached out to me probably a couple of weeks ago. She is UK based, so this hasn't taken long to come at all. And she reached out to me on Instagram and said that she had a successful campaign on Kickstarter of the Bright Future Tarot, so you may have seen it. And she wanted to send me a set, which was really kind of her. I had a look at, because before I, accept one way or another, I like to have a little bit of a look to make sure that, nobody's casting pearls before swine, and that I would appreciate the deck, and therefore, be able to give it a positive review. And I loved what I saw in the images. All of the images are hand illustrated and they are painted by Saskia. But the deck is very ethically produced. It's by a carbon neutral company based in Surrey here in the UK. Yeah, and I just liked everything about it. Saskia is a psychic medium and she created this tool, this deck, to work as a tool around sort of, aiding any sort of psychic development and things like that. But it's multifunctional really, because what she has created here is a deck that can be used as a simplified way to learn the tarot. And she gave me a little bit of a writing actually. So I'll read a few little bits out because it's best really that the creator describes the process. But she said, hi Simon, thank you for the message and offer to review the deck. She sent a book and the deck with keywords, but there is also a deck without keywords. So there is the choice there whether you want, those keywords to help you or not. Either way, they're great for beginners and experienced readers alike. And she'll be running classes online. And if you have a look at the kind of blurb underneath the video, you'll see where you can get in touch with Saskia, her website, Etsy shop, Instagram, that sort of thing. So she's a psychic and trained clairvoyant medium. And that she's been delivering those messages for a number of years. She's worked with tarot for 25 years and also teach the cards in workshops and classes across the UK. She has worked for services such as Psychic Sofa and Medium Chat and provide readings to people all over the world from her home in Hampshire in the UK. Her goal is to bring the evidence of the continued presence of loved ones in spirit, angels and spirit guides who are watching over us, and to pass on loving messages. So the deck, she created the deck after receiving a spirit message through a medium friend from her father who passed of cancer in 2017. And that medium friend provided her with evidence that it was a true connection for her. So they're hand-drawn and painted. It comes with the workbook and wrap that blends ancient symbolism with modern psychology to make learning tarot fun, relevant and easy. And having used tarot in her life for many years and having taught the system to others, she saw how often people are overwhelmed and confused by tarot meanings and wanted to show them there is an easier way of learning in just 3 steps, which I teach in the book, she says. So yeah, let's take a closer look. So we'll have a look at the book first. So this is the Bright Future Tarot. It's a workbook and journal, and it is a nice hefty book. Actually, there's a lot of information in here. On the back, the Bright Future Tarot workbook is an extensive guide to the Bright Future Tarot cards, a 78 tarot card deck that combines ancient symbolism with modern psychology, making learning to read tarot fun, relevant, and easy. Tarot expert and clairvoyant Saskia will show you that tarot is a powerful tool for accessing your natural intuition, allowing you to make accurate predictions, improve your relationships, develop your relationship to spirit, and to learn to nurture your inner being through daily self-care. So this workbook shows you that you will only need to know 3 things to accurately read cards, and that feeling the energy of the cards and trusting yourself is the key to unlocking your abilities. The workbook contains a full course to take you from beginning to fluency. So let's have a look. It is 250 pages. This page is intentionally left blank. It's 2020. Pages are nice. It's lovely, lovely paper. So the contents, there's an introduction, your psychic ability, scrying with your cards. So there is some kind of magic practices you can do here. Creating a psychic link, creating a reading, telling your own story. Then it goes into the major arcana, the minor arcana, and the court cards. Journal and practice exercises, assessment answers, and worksheets. So I like this because it's more than just a guidebook. You know, it's got a course in here. So there's a quote here from Carl Jung. The set of pictures on the tarot cards are distantly descended from the archetypes of transformation. So it talks about psychic abilities, using the cards for scrying, creating psychic links, relationship, family issues, work, creating readings with layouts. So there's some layouts here, some spreads. Telling your own story in 3 simple steps. Those steps are the major arcana, your journey through life, the numbers 0 to 9, and the elements of earth, air, fire, and water. So here we have a breakdown of the numbers. So 0 being absolute, a completely blank slate. We have to reset and go back to the beginning, no karma. And we have the potential in 1, the unmanifest, the creation or growth, as I like to see, 3, consciousness, change for 5, you know, that kind of disruption that brings about change. 6 is discrimination, fruition, attachment, and maturation. Wow. So, and then it goes through the elements. This is a really, really good book. And then it goes into the major arcana. So for the major arcana, you get a lot of text. You get the number, which is, remember, 0 is absolute. The element is not applicable. This is for the Fool. Keywords, and then the reverse keywords. And then you get a description here. Here is our Fool, the divine child of the tarot, at number 0. So you get a lot of information and so on through all of the majors. And then we come on to the minors, and you get the same information, you know, maybe a couple of short paragraphs less, but not in, no, I mean, that's a chunky guidebook. I love it. And then at the back, after we've finished with the course, we get the workbook and journal and some practical exercises. So it talks about how to use the workbook, a tarot journal. Lots of people in the community love the tarot journals. More sample readings, sample reading questions, multiple choice questions, love and relationships. So lots of kind of steers that you can use here with these sample questions, finances and resources, people and psychology. This is great, health and well-being. And we often hear people saying, or I've heard people saying to me, you know, I never know what to ask. Particularly when I've done readings for somebody. I say, well, what would you like to consult the tarot on? Oh, I don't really know. I never know what to ask. Well, there's some sample questions there that might be helpful. So this is the deck. I can tell it's a nice chunky deck. It is in a tuck box. I've not had these cards out yet. Oh, it looks like it's signed at the bottom. Yes, it's signed at the bottom by Saskia. So, nice matte tuck box. The cards are incredible. Now, these are 400 GSM. And they feel, oh, they're beautiful. They are really beautiful. They are lovely. Nice, thick cards. These are the backs. So we have some sacred geometry happening there. I love the colours of the teal and the purple blending together. But yeah, I mean, this is a thick deck. So they're borderless with the exception of a panel at the bottom. And then we have the number, the title of the card, the Fool, and then you have a keyword. And again, this deck comes in two options, so you can have them with or without the keyword. I guess if you're learning the tarot, this would be a great way, you know, to associate a meaning and interpretation by having that keyword to kickstart your intuition. So yeah, so here we have our Fool. Very youthful Fool here. I love the little dog. I love the sun and the colours in the sky. It's really vibrant. I feel like I'm picking two cards up because these cards are so lovely. Look at this. This owl is beautiful. Look at the lemniscate and the clouds that we get with the Magician. We have the potential, the new beginnings. Oh, that's beautiful. So 2 is the Oracle rather than our High Priestess. We have the Oracle, which is intuition and unknown. I love that kind of split here between a hectic and busy scene to this beautiful, serene. I love the colours. Here we have our Empress. She is stunning. And this is all hand painted by Saskia herself. And the Emperor. Wow, look at all the different faces. I love that it's playing a game of chess as well, leadership and structure. Oh, I love that. That is so beautiful. I love when the Hierophant cards have this lovely kind of peaceful, serene energy to them. You know, because that's how I identify spirituality. I don't see it as, you know, somebody in lots of finery and robes and crowns and, you know, people, you know, kind of supplicating themselves in front. This is just somebody who is so calm and at peace, centered, grounded. Beautiful. The Lovers. That's a really interesting Lovers card. I love the picture of the Cupid firing its arrow above them on the bed. Chariot, success, action. Here we have somebody with, you know, these are the chariots. I love the wings on the roller skates. The 7 is on her arm there, and the 7's also on the knee pad. Justice is in 8 rather than strength, which is interesting. And that's karma, legal system. Look at this hermit, it's beautiful. Interesting, it says do not disturb. I love these Alps and the snowy scene. We've got a lot of snow here today. We've got a covering of snow. The Wheel of Fortune, know your destiny. Wow, keep thinking I'm pulling 2 cards. Strength. I've seen a lot of images like this where the, particularly like, what's it called, light seers, you know, and we've got the animal within that we're taming. The Hanged Man is the one doing a spacewalk. But you rarely do look at the world from a completely different perspective. Whichever way you're up. I mean, in space there is no way up or down, is there? It almost looks like it's spelling something. Death is endings and transformation. This is beautiful. Temperance, maintaining balance. The Devil is interesting. Here we have this shadowy figure here with horns. Do not press. It reminds me of a Twilight Zone episode called Button Button. Was it Twilight Zone, or was it there's another one that's similar to Twilight Zone, but I think it was Twilight Zone. Tower could be problematic for people. I know particularly decks like the New Era Elements and Urban Tarot. The Urban Tarot changed their tower card because of the reaction to having the twin towers in there. But shock certainly is a key word that you'd associate that, and this is taken from the cover of Time magazine. The Star. Look at that, hope springs. The Moon. It's in a theatre. Look at these curtains. Theatre de Lune. The Sun is harmony and bliss. Judgment. And the universe. Wow. So we're starting with the courts. We're starting with the courts and going backwards. This is a very modern King of Swords, and it's about intellect because the swords is the mind, isn't it? And look at the reflection. I like that. Independent for the Queen of Swords. Fighting the cause for the knight. And changeable actor for the page. It's very much like a kind of male model. Oh, we're not going from 10, so then we go in ace. 2 of Swords, that's interesting. Wow. I like that for the 3 of Swords. Solitude and Sanctuary. Feeling trapped for the 8 of Swords. Wow, she's rarely bound, isn't she? I suppose if she just pulls with all her might though, you know, these are attached to the blades, I always have to find a way out for my 8 of Swords. But there is a way out. She just needs to pull against these blades because they will cut through. A 9, inner torture, addiction. 10 is endings and grief. Wow, look at this over that grave. Look at the sky. Very dramatic. I love our King of Cups. Look how beautiful that is. Compassionate. Queen. Love the colours. Soulmate for the Knight of Cups. And loyal and sensitive for the Page. Beautiful ace. Look at the animals in this. The fox, the swan, the fish. Just gorgeous. This is a beautiful deck. 2 of Cups, love, written through the 2 mugs. Bonding. I like the fact that there's diversity in this deck as well. Marriage for 3. 4, rejection and self-pity. We get the nostalgia for the 6. Wow, boredom, moving on. Those built cups. 9, euphoria. 10 is that family and contentment. I love the bottles. Then we have our pentacles. The king is the businessman. Wise woman. We have wisdom and planning for the knight. And the page is the student gambler. That's a beautiful ace of pentacles. The aces are stunning in this deck. Really are beautiful. That's an interesting 5. We have that change and disruption. All the little buds are blowing away from the dandelion that becomes the kind of, I forget what we used to call them when we was a kid, but how they blow on the wind and then they grow again. It's a great representation of the 5 of Pentacles. Work and productivity, the worker bees. Where would we be without them? The mastery of the 8. These are stunning cards. Here's our King of Wands, the entrepreneur. The Queen, confidence and warmth. Wow. Look at that. Beautiful. This wand has got a crystal on the end. Look at the light coming from it. It's like this one. Gorgeous. Oh, I love that. Such a beautiful deck. The burden of the 10 of Wands. Wow, that is stunning. I mean, everything about this deck I love. I love the thickness of the cards, the beautiful matte finish to them. The artwork is so beautiful. Really beautiful. What a fabulous deck. Well done, Saskia, on creating such a stunning deck. and the book. I can't wait to dive in with the book as well. It's not just your typical guidebook. It's a workbook and journal, and it's, wow, what a labour of love this must have been. Don't forget to check everything out down below. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Did you back this on Kickstarter? If so, are you eagerly anticipating it? Have you received it yet? Have you started to work with it? And if so, how do you find it? Let me know. I'm interested to hear your views. Until next time, guys, go in peace. Namaste. And blessed be.